What's up guys, welcome back to another episode of Footballrs. My name's Tony and you can follow me down below at LINEMAN Football. Today's video, we're gonna be giving you guys tips for buying football gear online. Now, I don't know about you guys, but every single time I make a purchase for a football related product online, I just really never know what I'm getting until it arrives. And that's because I don't know how it's gonna fit, I don't know how much it's gonna weigh, I don't exactly know how much it's gonna look,
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
When it's gonna get here. There's a lot of factors that go into buying football stuff that you wanna make sure it fits and feels exactly like you expected. Now, that is also really tough though, because most stuff you buy online nowadays, and you just don't know exactly what you're gonna get until it arrives at your door. You can't feel it and touch it. You miss that like textile bit that you just don't have as much when you used to always go in stores for product. So today I'm gonna be breaking down a couple different things that you can do before making those purchases online to make sure you have zero buyer's remorse. Now the first thing is gonna be a really simple one, and it's gonna be try before you buy, right? A lot of times you can go into a local sporting store and they will have like one of your product that you can at least try and see how it fits you. Most of the times with these places, because they have like inventory in each store, means they don't have the same amount of options as they do online. So you can probably go into a football store and they will have like an at a zero cleat, but they'll only have it in like black or white. And that's because they want to make sure they hit as many people as possible that can actually fit that product. Whereas if you go online to like an eBay, because they all ship from a warehouse, they can have all the different colors in that warehouse and then ship it out to you from there. So we recommend going into a store, trying everything on, getting your fit right, sizing right, doing that, and then going online and buying like the colors and styles and whatever else you want from there. Now the next thing you can do is before you buy a product, make sure to find some like sample photos of how it actually looks on the field. Now a lot of times you're not going to get like really good quality photos of the product on like eBay or Nike's website, right? There's just gonna be a picture of the glove with like the front, the back, the side, the palm, all that kind of stuff. However, if you then go to say eBay's Instagram page, which we'll link down below, with that page, they'll have tons of action photos of their products being used at like photo shoots, games, and other events. So it's really good to not just go to like Nike's Instagram page if you're looking for Nike cleats, go to Dick's Sporting Goods page, go to eBay's page, look on these places and see what other kind of sample photos you can get of these products. Another thing you can do is look at their sponsored athletes, right? Their sponsored athletes are gonna be the people wearing the latest gear for them. So if you look at someone like a Chase Claypool who is signed with Jordan now, you can see his Jordan cleats on him. If you look at someone like OBJ, he's gonna be wearing the latest Nike gear sometimes before it even comes out. So it's really good to stay up with these athletes that you know are sponsored by the companies that you're interested in buying their gear from. Now the next one is gonna be, so you stay up to date on what's going on and what's available out there so you know what to look for. Follow those accounts on Instagram that specialize in posting about football products. Number one is gonna be our boy Devin at Football Equipment. He'll be linked down below. We have Coolest Cleats, who focuses on different cleats going on, most in the NFL and college. We have Helmet Stalker, who focuses on different helmet setups common in the NFL as well. There's a ton more outside of those, but those are like kind of the big three that I think of. Now, the next thing you can do to make sure you limit your buyer's remorse is watch reviews on the product before you actually buy it. That's where we come in, right? We put out videos twice a week. All summer we focus on football reviews, and now that we're getting into the fall, we're focusing more on tips and coverage of the NFL season. Now, the one thing you can do to make sure you never have buyer's remorse when it comes to a product is online nowadays, there's so many different variations and styles. One at a zero glove will have like 30 different colorways available on Adidas website. But a lot of times what can happen is you focus too much on what styles are available and then you kind of forget about what's actually important, and that's going to be the function. So what I would recommend doing is if you have two different gloves you are looking at and you're not sure which one to pick up, just put them next to each other in white or black, and that way you're focusing on the function. You can get a white glove and a white glove will work on any team. Focus on the function, not the style, because white and black is always classic. It'll always work, and I would recommend those personally. Speaking to that as well, I know it is so tempting to get the crazy patterns of gloves nowadays, right? Or cleats even. But you have to think about if you're really gonna wanna wear that. I've actually gotten gloves from companies that I pulled them out of the packaging and I was like, these are sick. And then I gave them to a kid, I donated them, and then like 2 practices later, I saw them, I was like, oh, like, I'm just so sick of those, right? So think about that, these crazy styles, how fast are you actually gonna get sick of them by the time you pull them out of the package? My advice would be to avoid buyer's remorse, go with white, grays, solid colors, subtle patterns that you're not going to get sick of like 3 games into the season. Now let's talk about once you actually get the product, right? So as soon as you get the product, comes in the mail, you open it up. What I would make sure to do is look at the company's return policy and test the product out to the best of your ability without breaking that return policy. So make sure you open the package nicely so it's easy to repackage if you do want to return it. Test it, wear it, but don't test it on like a grass field or turf. Test it around your house, right? Put the cleats on, wear them on your carpet, just sit and watch TV while you have the cleats on. See how they feel, how they mold to your feet. Same thing with gloves. You can get a good gist of how it feels in just that simple environment. And that way, if you've done it for a day and you're still not liking it, you still have the option to easily repackage it and return it, and that way they can resell it. The next one is going to be the biggest mistake I ever made, and that would be if you find a glove you like and you really, really like that glove, buy multiple pairs. I'm telling you now, if you go on eBay and you buy the newest product, the newest Nike D-Tac or Atta 011 cleat or whatever that product is, and you love it 3-4 games into the season, go right then, buy another pair and buy another pair, because chances are year over year, companies don't always make changes that are always for the better. They'll do things a little different than they did the year before to make changes so they can sell more products, but they're not always things that you're actually going to agree with. One of the best examples of it was the Nike Hyper Beast glove. It is like the most popular lineman glove ever created. It was created back in like 2014. They released it for like 2 years, and then it's been done since then, and it's incredibly hard to find now. I wish at that time I bought 3 pairs of them and I kept them, that way I just have them here, just on like display. They were so good. I can't believe I ever got rid of my 1 pair, and I can't believe I didn't buy more when I had the chance. Now the next thing you can do is think about the future, right? You have this product, you think you really like it, but what you can do is go and look at the company's next year catalog. We'll be doing that live on this channel later this year, but you can look and see, okay, here is the model I have of this year. Here's what next year's model is going to look like. And that way you can start to figure out like, hey, do I like the one I have now more, or am I going to like the one for next year more? If you think you're really gonna like the one for next year, get ready, save your money, wait for it to come out. If you think you're really like this one and you're really happy with this one, right then, buy that second pair. There's a lot of prep work you can do to make sure you have no buyer's remorse in this season and the next season. Okay, now the last tip is gonna be, don't just think about the big name companies. There are so many small companies out there. So how it works is you'll have your companies like your eBay, your Dick's Sporting Goods, all these different companies that are buying these products, and they're buying large quantities of these products. And that's to deal with their large demand that they have on their websites. So if you have like a Nike D-Tac glove and eBay only has like 2 colors left in it, or whatever that is, chances are you can actually type in Nike D-Tac on Google and find some small company that doesn't actually have a lot of traffic, but they only get like 2 of each color and they just haven't sold it yet. So when you're looking for a product and you really, really like that product, don't just look at the Amazons, eBays, and the Dick's Sporting Goods of the world. Make sure you're just typing into Google and seeing what else is out there, because you might be able to find one more. So there you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This was everything I could think of when it comes to making sure you don't regret any purchase you make in the coming year. Now guys, we've said it before, but eBay is a fantastic provider for this channel. They did a ton of stuff for us this year and we're always grateful. So if you do want to pick anything up, make sure to pick it up at eBay. They'll be linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Subscribe, 2 videos every week. I'll see you next time.